Welcome back everyone to a very special video because today I am joined by Jocelyn, as you can tell right here.
What's up guys, thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Now Jocelyn is actually the host of one of our brand new sister channels, Top 10 Beyond the Screen. It's going to be your one-stop shop for all things movie, TV and Hollywood. I think Jocelyn is something of an expert from what I've heard so far, at least compared to me. Can you give everyone a little teaser of what's to come over there?
Basically everything that you see on the screen, I go into the juicy details beyond the screen. So everything Hollywood, movies, TV shows, and Netflix. Who doesn't love Netflix?
Do you know any video titles yet?
Yeah, the first one came out and it is the top 10 Frozen 2 fan theories.
That's coming out this year, isn't it?
It is.
I still haven't seen the first one.
Oh my god.
That's what I need to subscribe. Yes. I'm actually going to go and subscribe right after this video, and so should you guys too. Head on over to Top 10 Beyond the Screen and hit the subscribe button. For now though, Jocelyn is joining me to talk about the top 10 most common nightmares. Alright, starting off at number 10 now, we have being chased. I have had this kind of nightmare a lot in my life. Have any of you guys? It doesn't have to be you being chased by some weird looking monster like out of Scooby-Doo. Perhaps you're being chased by a family member, a friend, or maybe even yourself. That would be weird, wouldn't it? So what's the common theme here? Why does being chased seem to crop up so much in our dreams? Well, according to some psychologists, it's all about avoidance. It's your subconscious telling you that you're trying to avoid a specific person or perhaps an issue. It's up to you to think about who or perhaps what is chasing you and determine what that means for you in your life. Most commonly, a person could be running from something that symbolizes a specific emotion or feeling. So if you're being chased by, I don't know, a crazy banker, perhaps you're worried about owing money to someone. If you're being chased by your high school teacher, even though you left school 20 years ago, maybe you feel like you're getting behind on your work. Whatever the details though, dreams of being chased is known as a universal dream. Meaning it doesn't matter what your culture or background is, there's a good chance you'll have a dream about being chased at some point in your life. So don't worry, it's just there to help you understand. Just make sure you don't get caught.
At number 9, we have drowning. What a terrifying thought to think we lay there in bed picturing ourselves struggling for air while underneath water. Dreaming is supposed to be peaceful, times of our day where we can relax and let our mind go somewhere else. Why is it that we often dream of drowning? Come on, I know I'm not the only one that's dreamt this. I can't even call it a dream, it's a complete nightmare. Nothing feels worse than imagining yourself struggling for a breath but being asleep and believing it's real. Dreams of drowning often represent the feeling of being overwhelmed by something or someone. It may be that you are struggling to keep your head above water and find yourself somewhat drowning with the stresses in your life. It's frightening how real it can feel, but don't worry. According to Dr. Holly Counts, you will not stop breathing in your sleep. Your body will always wake you up regardless of what's going on. Well, that's good to know. Thanks, Doc.
Alright, moving on to number 8 now. We have waking up late. This is a strange one. A dream about waking up and then you actually wake up for real. Have you guys ever experienced this one? On some level, there may be a very, very simple explanation for this. You're just scared of waking up late that morning. I've had this dream before when I haven't set an alarm to wake up. I spend my entire time dreaming about waking up late and then I usually wake up early as a result. There may be a deeper meaning to this though. Feeling like you have to live up to other people's demands or live by their watch. This dream may crop up if you're feeling a lot of pressure in your life, perhaps from your parents or your peers. This may be your brain's way of telling you to step up and start achieving your potential. Or it may be that the pressure on you is kind of unnecessary. Perhaps you need to change your priorities in life. Waking up late is a fear of not being able to keep up with your demands. So maybe you need to shift those demands to something more achievable, to reprioritize and figure out what's actually important to you in your life. I'm sure you've all had those moments in your lives where you're excited to get up in the morning. You don't worry about waking up late for that. Maybe this dream is your brain's way of telling you to find something worth getting up for in the morning, and then you won't need to worry about waking up late. Oh.
Coming in at number 7 is falling down. Don't pretend like your body hasn't jolted in the middle of your sleep as you slap your arms down on the bed feeling like you just fell off the Eiffel Tower. We've all been there and it's a terrifying feeling. You wake up wondering what just happened and who pushed you down. Falling nightmares are the most frequent ones among the other common dreams we experience in our lifetime. Researchers say the average human will dream about falling to their death more than 5 times in their life. These nightmares can be extremely extremely frightening and vivid, and sometimes last minutes before you hit the ground. Dreams like this tend to wake you up just before you hit the bottom. So why does it happen? One theory suggests that you may have lost control over a particular situation in your life. Falling can imply both internal and external issues that have been neglected and need to be worked on. So no big deal, just make sure you have your together.
Moving on to number 6 now, guys, we have being attacked. This isn't a nice one. Being attacked by someone in your dream can feel just as real and as scary as if it's happening in real life. Like some of the other ones we've already talked about, there could be a very simple explanation. You're just scared of being attacked or getting into a violent confrontation with someone else. However, this may not be the case. There are certain questions you may need to ask yourself. For example, am I being defensive about something in my life? If so, why? Am I worried about hurting someone else in my life? Is there someone in your life who you feel threatened by? It may be that the person isn't actually threatening you, but what they represent does threaten you. Perhaps there's a new person in your group of friends who you think is funnier than you, and you're worried your friends might not think you're funny anymore. That person isn't directly threatening you, but they're attacking you in your dreams because of the implicit threat to you. Wow, I'm really starting to sound like a psychologist here.
Taking spot number 5 is the nightmare of your teeth falling out. This one gives me shivers. Luckily, I've personally never had this one before, but studies have shown that it's very common for people to have this nightmare. 39% of the population reported teeth nightmares in one study done in 2012. Thankfully, teeth falling out isn't a common occurrence in our everyday life. This makes it hard to know why people experience this dream. There are a few ideas floating around. One of them being that teeth dreams are actually related to dental stress, something as simple as teeth grinding. The dream of your teeth falling out might be triggered from the feeling of your teeth grinding together as you sleep. Another idea relates to more of a psychological reason, pointing to mental stress. Maybe you're grinding your teeth without realizing it because you're stressed or dealing with anxiety. We won't fully know the reasoning behind it. All I know is that I'm thankful I haven't experienced this one.
Moving on to number 4 now, we have death. I feel like I've done a lot of the really depressing ones in this video. Death is one of the biggest subjects of life, and so it's no wonder that it appears in people's dreams so often. As I'm sure you all know by now though, dreams of death don't have to be literal. Just like the death card in tarot, a dream of death could symbolize the symbolic ending of something in your life. A phase, a job, or a relationship. They may have already happened, or you may feel them approaching soon. It's up to you to look at how that death made you feel, especially the next day. It may be a wake-up call that you need to fix things or bring them back to life, or it may be confirming to you that these things really are over and you don't feel like you want to go back at all. What about the classic explanation of death dreams meaning you will die soon in real life? Well, most people agree these days that that is just a myth. Dreaming of death is one of the most common dreams on the planet, and so we'd have a real epidemic on our hands if people were just dropping like flies after having a dream about death. So don't worry too much.
Alright guys, at spot number 3, we have an interesting one. The nightmare of being naked in a public place. Weird. For some people, this might be a dream. I am not one of those people. That sounds mortifying. Why do people possibly dream about being naked in a public place? That just seems really random. Apparently, being mortified at the realization that you are naked in public reflects your vulnerability or feelings of shame. In other words, you may be hiding something or are afraid that others will see through you or see through your clothes. Metaphorically, clothes are a type of protection. They can be seen as something that hides your identity and flaws, and when they are gone, in comes fear. Looks like being a secret keeper isn't always a good thing. No more pinky promises from me.
Next up at number 2 now guys, we have being lost. Considering that dreams are created from your very brain itself, it may seem strange that it can create dreams in which you get lost in, but it is very common. For a lot of dream analysts, it's quite simple. Being lost makes you feel anxious. So dreams of being lost may signify some sort of anxiety about your life's direction. Perhaps you started a new job, started a new school, moved to a new town, or met a new group of friends. These are all situations in which you need to navigate your way through. We'd all love to have a simple guidebook on how to best approach them, but that doesn't exist, so we need to find our own path. This manifests itself in our dreams in the very physical sense of finding a path out of being lost. If you're dreaming about someone else being lost, that may be because you value an aspect of that person and feel that although you used to have it too, you are now unable to find it in real life, and therefore unable to find them in your dream. It ended on a sad note again.
And last but certainly not least, one of the toughest nightmares to face is a car accident. Having a car accident in your dream can bring out powerful emotions and maybe even have a powerful meaning. Being inside a car accident can have multiple meanings, and it hugely depends on the context of the car accident itself. Were you the driver? The passenger? Studies contemplate the different meanings of the two. The dream that you are in a car accident as the driver symbolizes a mistake you may have made, or something in your past you aren't proud of doing. The accident can reveal the guilt within that you might be holding on to still, or it can resemble an actual accident you may have gotten into. The dream of a car accident as the passenger can symbolize your inner emotional state. You may have been harboring deep anxieties and fears that are outside of your control, similar to an accident. Nonetheless, no matter where you're sitting, this nightmare can completely shake you up and hopefully wake you up.
Well, there you go, guys. Which of those nightmares have you experienced? Have you ever had a dream about YouTube? I feel like that's going to be quite a common dream in the next 10 years, or maybe a nightmare. Thanks again to Jocelyn for helping me out today with the video. Don't forget to go and subscribe to Top 10 Beyond the Screen to hear Jocelyn's take on all things movie, TV and Hollywood. Thanks again for watching as always, guys. My name is Danny Burke.
My name is Jocelyn.
And I'll see you all in the next video.